This video is sponsored by Kittl. More on them soon. Hey y'all, do you remember the video that I made like a few weeks ago? And it was where I started a print-on-demand business? Well, it's still going and I've even made a few sales, so thank you to everyone who's ever bought anything from my store. And after I created my first set of designs, I wanted to make even more, just as a way to diversify my income during this season of life where I'm still trying to find full-time employment. And I wanted some help to come up with a new idea. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I have a background in UX design. I even pulled out some of my design books to show you. These are a lot of the stereotypical books that a UX designer may have, just as proof. But a lot of design products out there, they're really only good at like one thing. So I've been wanting to find something that was easy to use and had everything all in one place. And I think I found the solution. So when Kittl reached out to me, at first I was thinking like, is this just another design tool? But it's not. It's actually a lot more than that. And it actually helped me solve a real problem, which I will talk about in just a second. But first, I wanted to introduce you to Kittl. Kittl is a browser-based design platform that combines pro-level tools. So think of like advanced text effects, vector editing, pen tools, things like that, with an intuitive workflow and ready-to-use templates, which means you can create designs in minutes. With Kittl, you can create designs for print, digital, merchandise, or marketing all in one workspace. You have access to thousands of designer-crafted templates, fonts, elements, mockups, and high-resolution stock images, all under one subscription. You can leverage AI-powered tools like image generation, background removal, text generation, and you can export it in the right format and DPI for print-on-demand platforms, or online use. You can even collaborate in real time with your team or different clients, share feedback, and streamline your approval process. And best but not least, you can sell your creations worry-free with clear commercial licensing. And here's where they helped me come up with a new idea for my t-shirt business. So they launched this new feature that's called Kittl Flows, and it's basically like a creative brainstorming session with yourself. So sometimes you'll have an idea and you want to change something about it, or maybe you like it in one style, but you want to change the style, like maybe change all the colors, change the font, change the like text effects to it. Like you want to change a lot of different things, but still keep the same core idea the same. Well, that's where something like Kittl Flows comes in. So you can start with one concept and then Kittl Flows will turn it into something else, and then something else, and then something else if you want to, like as many times as you want to. It's really up to you what you do with it. And a lot of other AI tools, they'll just kind of like do random things for you, but this gives you a lot of control over what actually happens to your design. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to actually do this, but first I wanted to just explain like the inspiration for this design. So a few videos ago, I shared an experience where I had like this really scary driving incident where my car just kind of stopped accelerating on a highway. And it's really scary. I ended up having to get a hotel for the night. Thankfully, I'm okay, like physically, like I'm fine. And later that night when I was in the hotel, I made a video about like my experience that day. And basically I was saying how even though it was a bad day, God still stepped in and God turned what could have been a really bad situation into like the best case scenario. So I was talking about how God is still working, like God is still present, God still has a plan, that type of thing. And a lot of y'all really resonated with that story, with that video that I put out, and it got me thinking. So I wanted to come up with a slogan, God is still working, and I want to turn that into a t-shirt design. So this is Kittl, and I'm going to start with this template that I found. And instead of manually creating like different versions to see what works, I'm just going to use flows. Now I'm going to add what they call a smart board and give it a prompt. So I'm just going to say still use a script font, but one that's easier to read, because I feel like this one isn't all that easy to read. And it worked. It is still a script type font, but to me at least, like it's a lot easier to read. The font is a little bigger And it's just, to me, it increased the readability of it. And what's really cool is not only can I create different ideas, but I can then further expand on each idea and just keep evolving it over time. So for this one example, I chose the prompt, turn this into a graffiti style design, have a transparent background, use browns, tans, and beige for the color. And it worked, but I didn't like the coffee stain background, so I connected it to a new smartboard, and this time I used the prompt, remove the splash coffee colored background, and that worked too. So the options really are endless. You can just keep going and try out multiple ideas. And this is great for anyone who has more ideas than they have time to really bring those ideas to fruition, and you just need to ideate like as quickly as possible. And while I'm working, I have access to all these different types of fonts and design elements, and I don't have to switch from tab to tab, because y'all know, if you've seen my computer set up before, y'all know that I typically have a lot of tabs open, but I don't have to switch with this. Everything is in one spot. And once I have an idea that I like, I can customize it even further and turn it into a vector and tweak it as much as I want. So now let's see it on an actual t-shirt. And the mock-up tools are built right in the Kittl, so I can visualize the final product immediately. And when I'm ready, I can export it in whatever format I need. So it's possible to go from concept to a print-ready design in like 20 minutes. And my old workflow, that would have taken me an afternoon at least, if not like a day or more, to come up with all those different designs. So if you are someone who has to create any type of design, whether that's for a business, a side hustle, personal projects, I think that this makes a lot of sense as an option for a lot of people. Anyone who needs to quickly ideate, come up with different ideas, a lot of brainstorming, if you just need to quickly get some ideas out there and then pick whichever lane works best for you and then go down that lane and customize it and tweak it however you need to, I think this is one of the fastest ways to be able to do that. You have all the design tools that you need in one place. You have professional tools that don't have some type of really steep learning curve, and you can speed up the design process. And for anyone who's interested, I do have a link in my description box, and if you use that link, you will get 25% off of any Kittl plan. All you have to do is use that link and then use the code LifeInNumbersYT when you are checking out. So number one, let me know in the comments what you think of the design, because this design will be on my website soon for you to purchase if you are interested. And also let me know what you think of Kittl and if this is something that you'd be interested in using. As always, I will keep y'all updated. I have a lot more videos coming out in the future about the progress that I've made with the print-on-demand business. So if you're interested in that, make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss anything. Give this video a thumbs up and leave comments down below, and I will see you next time.